We remember from the previous video that we have to align the board by eye on the dovetailer, and that we need to tighten both knobs at the same time. But now I have a problem. It won't sit properly on the workbench. Also, I need to place a clamp here, but I have no way to attach it. We remember from the previous video that when tightening the knobs, the metal U opens up, and if I tighten one a bit more, the other one loosens. I need something with a slot, but of course I don't want to cut into the tabletop. With this somewhat thick strip of wood, and that piece of panel, I'm going to make this piece, which will go here on the workbench. First, I join the panel to the thick strip. And these screws are for anchoring this piece to the workbench when I need it. I'd better countersink the holes so the screw heads don't stick out. Here I decided to add washers so the screws would press the wood better and not split it. But we'll see they get in the way. This way, we have a space underneath to fit the clamp and hold the board where I'll route the dovetails. Because the dovetailer itself doesn't need to be clamped, it is already fixed to the board. The slot for these knobs, I'm going to route it here. I measured roughly, and I'm going to route a somewhat wide slot, since with thicker boards, the knobs will stick out more. And there we have the screws with the washers in the way. With the slot routed, I can put the screws and washers back in place, at least for now. It goes like this. With a clamp here, the board and the dovetailer are held firmly. And the knob doesn't hit anything. If I try to rest the dovetailer on the base of the plunge router, no chance. But I can rest this area flat and insert the router bit from here. That way I adjust the height of the router bit right up to the top of the board. All right, let's route those dovetails. The idea is to follow the shape of the dovetailer with the bearing of the dovetail bit. The front comes out rounded, because this is for half-blind dovetails. The board was resting on this step. I placed these thin pieces right at the same height as the step. I insert the routed board there, lower the gray piece until it touches the board, and tighten it. Now, with the help of these protrusions, I insert the thick board behind the gray piece, position the board I have already routed like this, and use it to align the thick board where I'll route the sockets. Remember to tighten both knobs at the same time. And now, I am going to route with the board like this, flat. Once again, the screw and washer getting in the way. Fixed. I line this up properly on top of the panel and against the strip. And with a clamp, I hold the board for routing. The router bit height is the same as before. Ah, I forgot the last one. Now I have the sockets routed. Both workpieces and a half-blind dovetail joint perfect and well aligned. Now I can make some nice solid wood drawers. Thanks for watching. And if you like my videos, subscribe and hit the bell.